seeing everyone and catching up. We are pretty much practically a family now. We all share the happiest things, happiest moments in our lives. As family, we joke around, we get a little corny, a little wild, a little inappropriate. I always kind of like play in my head how the whole day would work out, and it doesn't ever play out the way I pictured it, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes it's better than the way I thought. The scene where I'm home after fighting Josh, having Maurice help with my wounds. Actually, I guess having to fight my brother has to be also emotional, but different kind of emotions. Having to look at the dress that Rose would be wearing to marry Maurice, that has to be kind of a hard thing to deal with, and probably some people won't understand the way why I said that. For her to like look at that dress knowing that it's not about you anymore. Like, you're not only thinking about yourself. Oh, we got to film in a location where the Warriors was filmed, which was awesome because I love the Warriors. But the craziest scene, I guess, aside from fighting, was the sex scenes, because ones that are very awkward, but at the same time very funny, because I've gotten hurt. I've gotten hurt actually through this whole production. My finger, my back, my hair melted off before 3 days before filming Stills, actually. So this whole production's been very memorable. But yeah, the sex scene has to be the craziest because I've gotten home with bruises and almost broke the counter at a location. So that was...
So you're very dedicated.
Yeah. Dan plays Josh. Those who know Dan, and I'm saying this as a compliment, Dan, he's very obnoxious and very fun and annoying, like I said, in the best of ways, because I never grew up with a brother. For my sister's older than I am, so I guess I was the obnoxious one with her. So having to have someone else be obnoxious to me and outside, of Stills, while the cameras are off, like, he's just a fun guy to be around with. Then there would be Julian, because he's also funny, quirky, and corny at times, but that's a good thing. And I've always wanted to kiss someone with an accent, so that was very nice. For me, I didn't see him as Maurice. Having actually to meet him and get to know him, do the table read, and photo shoots, and actually on set, he actually made me really see that he is Maurice. Our chemistry is now very organic because of his personal interaction with me and everyone else. With some casts, normally some people would always think that people who ask a lot of questions, some people with, I guess with me who's trans, who always been asked a lot of questions, they always feel why are you asking so many questions? So they get a little uncomfortable because, for me at the time when I first started being asked questions, I was a little uncomfortable because I wasn't sure what their motives were. But that helped me learn that, when people ask questions, they're not afraid, but actually want to learn. But sometimes I've noticed that people don't ask questions because they're uncomfortable to, or they just don't want to because they don't accept it or they don't get it. But with the cast who have asked me questions, have been very apologetic because it's I'm sorry if I'm asking a lot of questions. But I tell them, you know what, no, I'm not actually really not offended. You're more than welcome to ask anything. And if I'm not comfortable answering a certain question, I'm going to tell you. That's for me to decide if I want to tell you or not. It's been a little difficult at times because the whole story kind of hit close to home because I've experienced similar things. So I wasn't sure if I was portraying her correctly or if it related to her 100% all the time. Because maybe a part of me wanted to not remember certain things that I personally went through. And I guess since I didn't 100% deal with them at the time, I guess Now, you know what? Having to play Rose now made me realize, actually now, that I made me deal with certain things that I didn't deal with in my personal life. What I've learned is no matter what you go through in life, there's always going to be somebody to be beside you. And sometimes that could be hard for me personally because I'm the type of person that I don't like to talk about certain things because it just makes it more real for me. So if I ignore it, it doesn't seem real, and if it just I feel like if it just works on its own, I can just try to forget about it as it never happened. So I guess I don't have to put it in my timeline of life. Having to jump on with Stills helped me balance both, because there's some things I still want to keep within myself, but there are things that I felt like I could share with some people. You know what? I realize that fear now motivates me. Fear always kind of discourages people. And the way I see now with fear is fear is not a bad thing. It keeps you alert. Also kind of like being nervous. I'm always nervous actually going on set. So that kind of helped me accept that being nervous is okay, because I'm aware of certain things now. Stills is a show where everyone can relate to, and even those who don't relate to or don't know how to relate to certain characters, it gives them an eye-opener, because we are telling stories that is common that most people go through, but also people don't know about. When I first showed Friends for the first season, specifically with Maya, they asked me I didn't know actually people hide these things from work or co-workers. From what I've experienced with peer education, was it just turned some of their friends away because they were afraid they were gonna get it, and they were just really not educated that you don't get AIDS from touching someone. But it's not talked about a lot in shows. I mean, there's some shows that have touched base on it, but Stills touches base on everything in life, not just with my character, being transgender. Characters who deal with immigration, characters who deal with coming out to a family, not only with DC but with Jessica. Having that fear of turning away a parent is very scary, because I dealt with that. I'm excited to experience with Rose walking down the aisle as a girl who wouldn't want to, put on a gown and get her hair and makeup done. It'll also be fun to experience everyone else grow into their characters and continuing to tell the story, for Stills to branch out more and to be seen by more people. And I guess that's about it.
Thank you, Scarlett.